everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be going over the game Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise and giving you my thoughts on it, my general opinions, my experience with the game, a bit of general information, and ultimately deciding if I feel like this game is worth buying and playing or not. If you want to see more videos, be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss anything, and let's get on with the video. Firstly, let's go over what Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise even is. Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise is a paid DLC that came out when the Animal Crossing New Horizons 2.0 update was released. It is the first and only paid DLC, and in this game, you are meant to create and design homes for villagers. For example, you can go up to a villager and speak with them, and if you are interested in the villager, you have the option to decorate a home for them by selecting the option that says, "Let's chat." Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise also has the option to decorate facilities such as a hospital, a school, a clothing store, a restaurant, and even a cafe. Now that we have a solid understanding of what Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise is, I would like to get into my general thoughts and opinions on this game. Firstly, right off the bat, I want to say I personally found Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise, in contrast to Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, to be much more interesting. I feel like Happy Home Designer was a little bit bland, it was a little bit plain, and yes, in theory, both games had the same idea. However, I feel like Happy Home Paradise did much better because it is much more interesting. It has a little bit more of a storyline to it, and I think the tropical feel made the game a lot more appealing to a lot of people, or at least to me it did. Opinion number 2, this is again kind of me comparing Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise to Happy Home Designer, but it had to be said. Happy Home Paradise does have a few really cool added features, such as being able to have different colored fencing, you can make villagers roommates, you can add partition walls. It has a lot more to it than Happy Home Designer did, and yes, the games came out at very different times, I'm well aware of that. However, it had to be said, it really did. Happy Home Paradise is far superior of a game. Opinion number 3. Personally, I think Nintendo did a really great job of designing this game in a way that it gives off the energy that you get to be super creative, you get to be very free-spirited in the way that you decorate and organize things. I also feel that the game has that energy without being too repetitive. I say that because when you decorate homes, you also eventually get the option to do 2-story homes. You can decorate the outside. There's enough added to it that it's not terribly repetitive. The next thing that I would like to discuss today is just some general observations and thoughts that I've been having. One of which being, I feel like this is a type of game where it's really hard to tell if you would actually like it or not until you've purchased it and you've started playing it. A big con with this game is, let's say that you buy this because you feel as though you are interested in it, you play it for a little while, and then you decide, wow, this really is not for me, I really don't enjoy this game is not for me, it's not really my kind of deal. But then you realize, I spent this money on this DLC, and I can't really get that money back now. In the US, this DLC game costs $25, and for some people, that also may be quite a lot of money. For me, I definitely consider that to be quite a lot of money for a game. I don't know about you guys. So to have to go out of your way to spend that money and then have the game not really be worth it, really kind of sucks, honestly. Another really big con I would like to discuss regarding this DLC game is that you cannot purchase it separately. What I mean by that is let's say that you're really interested in Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise, but you are not really that interested in Animal Crossing New Horizons. You only want the DLC. To be able to have the DLC, you need to have Animal Crossing New Horizons, and that game is not cheap whatsoever. Last I checked, it is about $60 US, and that is a lot of money for a game. So it's unfortunate for people who only want the DLC because they only want that game. They have to go out of their way to spend their money on New Horizons to be able to have Happy Home Paradise, and I think that really sucks, honestly. Like, it shouldn't be that way, but it is. Now that I have mentioned a few cons about this game, let's talk about a few of the pros. In this game, the creativity is absolutely endless. There are so many possibilities. As I said earlier, you can change the color of fencing, you can have villagers be roommates with each other, you can have accent walls. There's a lot of decoration options that were not previously possible. You can even release insects to be like part of the yard for the villagers. You can have butterflies in the bushes and in the flowers. There's so many things you can do. It is absolutely insane. You can change how the houses look, like you can change the house style, the roof color, the siding color, the door color. It's wild. Another really cool positive aspect of this game that I would like to mention is once you reach a certain point in the game and you make a certain amount of progress, you are able to then go onto your actual island in New Horizons and you can redesign the houses of the villagers you already have, which I think is super cool because, to be honest, some of those villagers have absolutely no taste when it comes to decorating and their houses are absolutely atrocious. Another thing that I definitely 100% feel like really needs to be mentioned here is, let's say that you're somebody who's looking to reset your Animal Crossing New Horizons island, or if you just reset a lot because that's how you like to play, if you're like me. If you're looking to reset and you play the DLC, unfortunately, every time you reset, your DLC island is going to reset as well, and you will lose all of that progress. So if you enjoy resetting, that's definitely something that you're going to need to consider here. The next thing that I would like to go over is endgame content. Does this game end? Is there some type of endgame, end events? I would say both yes and no. Once you've completed all of the big facilities and you've done 30 houses, there's an event with KK Slider that kind of celebrates completing the game, and that's the completion part of it. However, if you would like to, you can continue to decorate, so while there is an endgame event, you can keep playing. So it's a bit of a confusing gray area. It's both yes and no. It depends on your idea of ending a game. If you're looking for something to mark the end of it, then yes, there is endgame content for you. But if you're somebody who would like to keep playing as long as possible, then no, the game doesn't really truly end. As a final conclusion, do I recommend this game, and do I believe that it is worth it to purchase so that way you can play it? My answer is yes for both of those things. I 100% recommend that you play this game, that you try it, especially if you are someone who really likes to organize things and decorate things and create things. And if you're honestly just an Animal Crossing fan, I 100% think this game is worth it. I think that everybody should try it, honestly. Okay, everybody, and that is the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any more content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone!